great afternoon. Happy and blessed Wednesday, y'all. I'm so grateful to be here. And for those who are new here, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. My name is Catherine Barnett, and I go by Cat Barnett. And this is the Cat Barnett podcast. And I also help women who struggle with confidence in their faith and fitness by developing strategies and systems that lead them to gain clarity, direction, purpose, so that they can be fulfilled as they walk in their calling faithfully. Excuse me. That was a mouthful at times, but I'm so grateful, like I said, and happy to be here with you guys on episode 51. We are in the second week of July, and I just think it's crazy, but very encouraging to me that we are in the new half, a brand new half year, to just continue to strive and work on things we want to work on, achieve, and just continue to become our best selves. So I won't be before you guys here too long today, and I apologize for coming on a little late. Just a little technical difficulties and recovering from just a long weekend, and just getting time to actually rest was just very beneficial, and catching up with friends that I haven't seen in a while. There's nothing better than having being around great company and great food and great experiences. So, um, just blessed to be here again. But like I said, won't be before you guys here long. On today's episode, just on my journey, it's something that I've been doing, and I always want to give you guys very valuable tips, advice, or knowledge that you can use in your everyday lives or incorporate into your routines as well. So, today I want to discuss how 5 tips, how you can still plan meals and eat healthy even on a budget, because there is that misconception or that myth out there that it's very expensive to eat healthy, or it costs a lot. And, at times that can be true depending on what you're getting, but most of the time, it's not true. And I'm taken from a person who has been a pescatarian for almost 8 years. In October, it'll be 8 years. And what that means is that I don't eat any red meats. I don't eat chicken. I just eat seafood and plants, or any type of vegetarian things. So, and doing it for so long, it hasn't stopped me, because I like to say, a savvy shopper, especially when it comes to grocery shopping. I'm good. I would like to say finding great deals. And so for many, though, finding time to eat healthy foods may seem like a challenge, because it can be hard enough to squeeze in everything that you've already got going on, whether that's family doctor appointments, late night sports or activities, or just checking things off your never ending to do list. And when you're busy, reaching for the quicker, cheaper meals can be common. I've talked about that before. The convenience of just reaching for something, because it suits you in that moment, rather than it actually being the best thing for your body, is common. But the truth is that um, they often don't offer the vitamins and nutrients needed for optimal health for the things that we reach for. So I want to go over tips for how we can eat healthy even on a budget. So, number one is, plan your week. Does a lack of planning lead you to a quick internet search of food for less near me? I know I've been guilty of that. When I don't feel like cooking or just being lazy, I opt to, or if I'm really tight on time and I haven't meal prepped or meal planned for the week, I resort in getting a fast food option, which isn't always the best. I always try to find something healthy, but when just going on a little tangent, when you constantly eat out, whether that's fast food or a restaurant, you don't know exactly how much um, oil they're using to cook these things, how much grease, or quite frankly, if they're even sometimes wearing gloves. You can't always see that if they're wearing the right sanitary or the right type of things to protect you from bacteria. So just keep that in mind. And I just want to give you guys some advice or tips on how you can plan your week to match your meal budget and stock your fridge. So decide ahead of time which day of the week you have to grab a quick bite when you're out and about, and choose a better for you restaurant that offers healthy your menu options like salads, steamed veggies, or fresh fruit. And this is if you are wanting to go out to eat. But if you are prepping for a long commute, pack the car with healthy snacks like fruit, nuts, or crackers to avoid stopping at a fast food joint. I've done this actually this summer a couple times when I went on a road trip for the weekend. I just packed my car with snacks, and it has helped tremendously with me saving money and stopping at a fast food place. And then also pick a day each week to meal prep cheap, healthy meals for the family, or if it's just you, just for you. Try simple dishes you can stuff with fruits and veggies like overnight breakfast oats. That's a really popular one that I love to do. Salads for lunch. I also like to do this. Even for dinner, I have salads sometimes, or a slow cooker recipe for dinners. Number two is shop smart. This is what I was talking about a little earlier that I do. If you are learning how to eat healthy on a budget, you are learning from the right person today. Because small changes in how you shop for food can make a big difference at the bank. One thing that I recommend is finding seasonal produce. Because did you know that eating local produce that's in season is both better for you, better for local farmers, and it costs less? Yeah, it does. So I encourage you guys to visit your local farmers market to find food that's locally sourced and fresher than what you find in stores. For me, in my hometown, Fort Wayne, Indiana, every Saturday, if I'm not busy or have to work, I make time for going to the farmers market. And that's every Saturday. And they do it year round, but I love going to the summer one because summer into fall, because it's just, for one, it's a vibe. Two, it just has, fresh, locally grown things. And I love the food trucks. The food trucks are a vibe. And I'm a little biased, but I have my favorites on that. And it's just a great time. So, and also, Fruits and vegetables that they sell there um, are very more fresh, or is more fresher. Yeah, more fresher than the ones in the stores. Um, and fruits and vegetables that I've learned start to lose their nutrients within 24 hours of being picked. So the quicker it gets to your table, the more you'll benefit. Plus, you'll be supporting local growers who don't have to rely on transporting their goods across the country, which helps cut your carbon footprint as well. Another thing that I recommend is buying in bulk. Need healthy meals on a budget. There's a reason bulk stores are so popular, like Sam's Club, Costco, because you can typically get more for less. So, this strategy might work best for shelf stable foods like nuts and seeds, dried fruit, canned goods, or condiments. And this approach also helps eliminate frequent trips to the store as well, and the gas pump too. Because gas, if y'all seen gas prices, and if you drive, they are not cheap. So any way that I can buy in bulk, I do. Or if I'm going to a part in the town that I don't live at, let's say I don't live out west, which I'm out west frequently because I go to a gym here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's out west. And I just love to do my shopping out west. So anytime that I go work out, when I know I'm going out west, which is 4 to 5 times a week, I'm also going to the grocery store as well out in that area to the certain places that I love, because that's going to save me money essentially, because I'm not wasting as much gas, and I'm buying things also when they're on sale. So it's just very I think cost efficient. So that's something also that you can do whenever you can kill two birds with one stone in this nutrition journey, in this grocery shopping strategy. Do it. And then I would also recommend focusing on frozen or canned goods, to piggyback on the benefits of buying in bulk. Purchasing frozen or canned goods can help your kitchen stay stocked longer as well. Since these foods don't need to be used right away, you can keep these items on hand for a longer period of time, which is also very, very nice. So I like buying canned tuna, or the packet tuna, anything that doesn't have to be refrigerated lasts longer, that I like to buy, so I can keep it for a longer period of time, is also very beneficial. Number three, which I have been doing a way better job of, is skip processed foods. Not all processed foods are bad for you, though. I want to throw that out there. Things like bread, hummus, yogurt, and protein bars are all considered processed. Any food that's altered before it gets to our grocery cart is considered a processed food. That even includes drying or freezing. But frozen strawberries are good for us. Frozen berries. Those are good. Keep doing those, or incorporate those into your routine if you haven't. I love those. A great source to get the nutrients in your body that you need. And knowing which processed foods to stay clear of, or eat in moderation, things like chips, frozen pizzas, store bought baked goods, can help you figure out how to eat healthy in a way that works for you and your family. Number four is prepare large portions. And just let me know if you are watching live, drop a V for value, or just let me know that you're picking up what I'm putting down. So, like I said, number four is prepare large portions. Um, so, frozen meals. That is essentially sometimes my go-to, especially when it comes to meal prepping, uh, and making big portions of your favorite healthy dishes can help you save time and money. Plus, they can end up being the cheapest meals for you and your family. So, think of recipes you can make that don't need many ingredients. Things like chili, soup, stir fries, and stews. My favorite thing is pasta. So I like to just whip up a quick little pasta and, then pick a protein, toss in some veggies, and you've got a healthy dinner for cheap that'll last you a while in the freezer. I hope you guys are picking up what I'm putting down because these are all great tips I'm throwing your way and that you can incorporate even today. And before we bring this in for a landing, the fifth and final, last but not least one is store leftovers. I know some of y'all watching this can be bougie. I know and not like leftovers. Believe me, I get it. I'm a little bougie at times, but look, there's nothing wrong with leftovers. Nothing at all. And depends how long you keep it. I will say that because for me, leftovers I can only have for like 3 days tops. About longer than that, that is kind of pushing it for me. But that works for me though. Find out what works for you because using leftovers help prevent wasting food and money. Um, I'm also big on, helping the earth and the economy. So I try not to waste food when I don't have to or anytime I don't need to because I think about just how fortunate I am each and every day to have meals that I can have to fuel my body. Where when I think about in other parts of the world, um, even Africa, where my family's from, people are less fortunate. They don't always have meals and they don't have it as good as we do. So, all this I try not to take for granted. So be sure to properly store any food left over from meals in the fridge or freezer and get creative in the kitchen, right? Um, don't always buy out. And if you do buy out and you don't finish your meal at the restaurant or your fast food, save it. Keep the leftovers. Potatoes from last night's dinner can be made into a satisfying breakfast burrito. Fruit can be mixed and matched for a refreshing smoothie. And the lasagna that you made 2 nights ago will freeze nicely until you crave it again. So, all this to say is really use your leftovers. Don't take it for granted having a nice meal that you can cook or that you buy and not savoring it and keeping it if you don't finish it all, right? Don't be the one to waste and throw things away. And I just hope you guys are getting value from this and you can make these just one small change today for eating healthier and saving money because Lord knows these prices on everything are not going to go down. It's only going to get um, essentially worse and keep rising, and inflation will just keep going up. So anytime I can save money, I will try to do that. And I hope you guys got value today that now you can start saving money and still eat healthy. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday and an even better week. And I will see you back here next Wednesday for another value packed episode. As always, peace, love, and blessings. And God bless y'all.